So we are done with the perspectives thingies, and I'm going to move on to memory. So first of all, we have multi-story model or three-box model, the Atkins and Shifkins thing and stuff like that. So in these models, we have sensory memory, short-term, aka working memory, and long-term memory. So sensory memory is like your sight, aka iconic, your hearing, acoustic, and those things last very short. They hold like 3 to 4 items in them, like together, not each. Like you can't hold like you get what I mean. And they last like 10 seconds at most. And if you give attention to those things, they move into short-term memory. And in your short-term memory, you can hold like 7 plus minus 2 items according to Miller for like less than 30 seconds, but above 10 seconds, give or take. And your short-term memory is like okay, so like imagine this, you're like a workspace, right? And you have like a shelf full of books. That's your short-term memory. And your working memory is like your workbench. Like you take those things off that shelf and you work with it. That's your like working memory, give or take. And if you give a little more attention to that, and you give like rehearsal maintenance, like remember it for like a little bit longer, like for example phone numbers and stuff like that, then you could last a little longer. But if you give it a lot of attention, you try to like do something with it, you are encoding it into your long-term memory. Now in your long-term memory, it is from 30 seconds to infinite amount of time, but it could decay. We'll get into that later on. And it holds like an infinite amount of items. So yeah, that's all I have to say for that. See you guys in the next video in like 5 minutes.